Hey, so welcome to the list building diaries for May 21st, 2022. And this is a series where each week I share what I've been doing that week to build my business and to grow my mailing list. And so last week I was at 342 subscribers. This week, drum roll, 338. Ah! Yeah. So four people left, five people left my list. But as I said in the previous videos, there's going to be some shuffling when you shake things up. And one person joined my list. So I'm glad about that. And where did I find that one person? Well, she came to the Knockout, which is my Tuesday morning and Saturday morning for now, right now at this point. Those are the times content co-creation and coaching session. And I'm really happy because I got to spend some time with her and help her one-on-one, help her figure out, how to put together her website, what her marketing strategy is, and also what her key message. And we did all that in 60 minutes, which was pretty cool. So that was good at the Knockout. But I'm feeling a little bit meh today because, well, these are supposed to be the list building diaries, and so far they are the list leading diaries. And this week, my inner critic is just, like, how can you help people do something when you're not doing it for yourself? And I'm sure lots of you have felt this exact same way, right? Often we're coaching people on something that we're learning or that we learned and we're still learning. So, can you coach someone on something that you haven't accomplished yourself? And this is an imposter syndrome. This is an inner critic thing that's gonna creep up on you over and over again, especially when you're trying to do something new, and it's gonna try and I guess prevent you from being visible and from taking action. And so, fortunately, even though I was thinking this week, I actually answered this question in an online group back in March 2021. And I noted that answer because I thought I'm going to need this or someone's going to need this in the future. So I took a note of what I put, and this is what I wrote. Their question was, can you coach some people on something you haven't done yourself? And the answer is absolutely. I've helped people do a lot of things that I've never done. And this is true. As a coach, I helped someone start a podcast. I don't have a podcast. I've helped them take their singing career to the next level to get, to win competitions. I haven't sung well, actually I have sung in a competition, but not that type of thing, where it's like radio play type thing. Um, I have helped someone become an anti-racist consultant for businesses. I've never done that. I've helped someone sell out their online program. I definitely haven't done that, even though that is my dream, but I helped somebody else do that. I helped someone else make $10,000 in a month. I haven't done that yet, right? So you can do things, and you can certainly help people do things that you've never done, right? Because what you're doing as a coach is you're helping them with the mindset that they need to get out of their way. You're helping them with accountability so that they stay consistent and inspired, and you help them overcome the face of self-doubt. And then you also help them with tools. Like, so as a marketing mentor, I provide tools. I've created people's websites, improved their websites, all sorts of stuff, right? Their messaging. I'm really good at just figuring out the language around things super fast. That doesn't mean that I'm a failure just because my own business isn't going gangbusters right now. So I really had to remind myself of that, and I'm reminding you of this if you need to hear this. Just because things aren't going great for you doesn't mean you can't help them go great for other people, right? So, yeah, as I wrote in my post last year, last March, does this mean that my mindset is always a golden ray of sunshine? My messaging is perfect, or I never falter in staying consistent with my goals? Hell no. I still have loads of room to grow. And don't we all always, right? You don't have to be perfectly formed before you can help others. You don't have to be perfectly formed before you can help others. And the final thing I said is, in fact, sometimes the best way to learn about yourself and what you can do is to put it into practice by helping people with the same thing. Sometimes the best way to learn about yourself and what you can do is to put it into practice by helping people with the same thing. So, for those of you with imposter syndrome thinking, who am I to do this work? I'm not succeeding. Why would anybody work with me? There's some words for you, right? Focus on the difference you are making. The rest is all learning. So, what did I do this week to grow my business? Well, I had the knockout. I held the knockout 2 times, which was great. I had somebody attend today, which was great. I had an amazing interview with a writing coach, Rusty LaHaye, which I will be posting on Wednesday. So good. So many great tips for those of you who want to write a book. And as a writer, I just loved talking with her. You know, we both want people to get their stories out there and be more authentic. So, really, really super interview with her. Excited about that. I interviewed and hired an intern. Whoop, whoop. I'm a little tentative. I'm going to be honest. I could have probably taken my time with, choosing the intern. That she just seems so sweet, and I want to help her grow. And we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on how that goes. I created 5 videos to promote my opt-in, how to find clients when social media isn't doing it for you. So what I did was a couple weeks back, I wrote 5 posts that I could put on social media describing, like the benefits and like that I can include on in different groups and stuff when it's like your freebie day, and put on my own socials. And then what I did this week was I took those posts and I turned them into short videos, so that I can repurpose, right? I also posted my a how-to video, and shared that with my mailing list. I wrote another video script. And I took a big, long, uncomfortable look at my finances. And this is something I've been knowing I needed to do for a while since I moved here. Moving to PEI cost about probably around $9,000 total. I had to refurnish the whole house, getting all those things reset up again, car, gas, all that stuff. So I had to look at my finances, and it wasn't pleasant. And I've had to admit that I cannot continue the way I have been going. My expenses far exceed my income at this point. I basically doubled my expenses when I moved here, and that is okay. This is where I need to be. I love it. I'm going to make it work, right? I've been living on savings. And I've been living on savings for a long time, or subsidizing my income with savings for a long time, basically since I quit my day job. So there's been like 1 or 2 months where I've been sustainable, but overall, no. And this is hard to admit because I had this big dream, and I also had this big I'll show you mentality to the naysayers when I left my day job. And now I have to admit that I need a job. I need a regular source of income because self-employment, as of yet, is not working out for me financially. And that's hard because that was my dream. However, it doesn't mean that I'm giving up on what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing it, but it's going to take a different container. It's just going to not be something I do full time. However, I'm not going to look for work just yet. I've decided to give myself until the end of July. So basically 2.5 months. Well, 2 months and a week. And in that time, I'm going to go full speed, and I am going to finish creating my program, the Authentic Messaging Academy, because I've got it up and it's for sale, but I haven't actually created the modules because I don't know if anyone's going to buy it. However, I do want to create those modules because I think there's a lot of really great stuff in there that will help people who are feeling stuck with their marketing, feeling stuck with visibility, just feeling stuck, right? New coaches, new spiritual coaches, new spiritual entrepreneurs, new transformational entrepreneurs, people who just don't know what to say. They don't, in their marketing, they don't know, they're tired of social media. They want to find other strategies, and they really want to connect authentically with people while they do it. So I really want to create this. So I went through my kind of basic outline, and I broke it down into videos, and then I broke those videos down into what do I need to do to get each video done, all the different tasks. So scripting, doing a deck, taping it, uploading it, doing a workbook, all those things, looking for like what is the learning platform I'm going to use. And I looked at all of this for all the videos and estimated how much time is this going to take. And I have realized that if I work, 5 days a week, and I put about 2.5 hours of effort into it each day, and I blocked off time in my calendar to do this every morning from 8 until 10, I can get it done. And then when I do find a full-time job, I will have something that I can market on the side The other thing I want to do over the next 2 months is get ahead with these videos. I really want to batch create these videos. This is what everybody says. Batch create your videos and then roll them out. So I want to get ahead with the videos. So I want to do a whole bunch of interviews, 5-thing interviews with experts who can help you. I also want to do a whole bunch of how-to videos. And that way it'll just be me doing these diaries every week and then kind of taking some time to do another batch. But it's not so tight for time. So I'm giving myself space to create, which feels really good. And hopefully the intern will be able to help me with some of that. So that's coming up. The other thing I'm hoping is that when I do find work, whether it's a half-time job or a full-time job, is, sometimes, and I've seen this with other people, is sometimes when you take the pressure off of one thing, it allows it to bloom, right? Like a plant doesn't grow while you're staring at it. It takes time. And I mean, I know a friend of mine, Tabitha Rose, she's a ghostwriter, which is really cool. She writes books I'd like that other people under their name, like celebrity books, autobiographies. She helps them write them. And I remember her telling me a story about how she was really struggling in her business. She wasn't able to pay the rent. So she got a job as a security guard. And then no sooner did she do that, she'd been on the job for like maybe a month. And then this like really famous sports celebrity contacted her about doing his bio. And that just turned everything around for her business. So sometimes that's what you need to do. Sometimes you need to kind of like look in a different direction, let things take care of themselves. So I'm hoping that's what happens with me. I don't know. We'll see. It's a work in process, but I am not giving up on the dream. I'm going to continue to like create these videos. I'm going to continue to create the programming. I'm going to continue to help people and show up for the knockouts. We'll figure out a schedule that works when we cross that bridge. My other challenge this week was isolation. Woo, look at all the people around me. Yeah, and this is kind of an ongoing thing. Um, so after I looked at my finances, I used that as an excuse to not go out and be with people when really I need to be with people. Like this week, the only interaction I've had with people, like in terms of social interaction, is, well, actually that's not true because I went to a networking event, which is social interaction, but and then I went to my church. I'm in an online connect group with my church on Wednesday nights, so that was kind of social interaction as well. That's basically it. Like I haven't spent time with people in real life all week. Um, and there are things that I said I would do when I got here to PEI about a month and a couple weeks ago. I said I got to go out consistently to things, and I've been going to improv classes, which have been fun. And I've also been going to some open mics, and I've been meaning to get to these other open mics and community jams. And this week I just bailed on everything. And I use the excuse of, oh yeah, I can't afford it now that I've looked at my bank account, but that's bullshit. I was really just, I don't know. It's easier sometimes for me to be alone than to be with people, especially when I'm in a bad mood. But I know that being with people in those fun contexts, when I'm in a bad mood or feeling sorry for myself or just kind of like reeling from everything, is actually something that's going to fill my cup and it's going to make everything look better in perspective. So yeah, so instead of going out like I could have, and like I am committed to doing next week, and I'm putting it out here, I'm going to go out next week. I'm going to go to an open mic and I'm going to go to the improv class. But instead of doing that, I got the lonelies. And then I started thinking about the ex again, because that takes time to get over. Then I cried. Then I sat with God. And then lyrics and melody to a chorus to a song came to me, which sometimes happens. Sometimes I just get snippets of songs that just come to me, and I freaking love that. It's like when I download writing. And so I wrote a song. So I'm going to include that song at the end of this video. So if you watch to the very end, you get to hear me sing a very catchy song. And yeah, so I think the song is pretty good. So that's it for this week. What did I learn? I learned that facing the money, even if it's painful, is better than not facing the money. I learned that You don't have to be good at something to help others. I just reminded myself of that, and I'm reminding you of that. And what I mean is you don't have to be, successful in a money sense or successful. When I was a dating coach, I wasn't married. I wasn't even in a relationship when I was a dating coach, and I was able to help people with that too. So, there's a difference between knowing how to do something and being the person who actually needs that thing. That doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. I learned that with big projects, you really do need to break it down so you can get an accurate time estimate. I learned that it's okay to step back. There's no shame in admitting that you've been trying something and your results aren't coming as fast as you hoped they would. This is something I have felt shame around it, but there's no shame in that. You know what? I'm trying. I'm still putting it out there. And people say trying is dying, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Fuck that. I'm trying. And it's enough. And I'm doing an okay job. So, pats on the back to me. You got this. I got this. And finally, go out, have fun, even when you don't feel like it. That's an order. That's an order to you. That's an order to me, to future June. Go out, even when you don't feel like it. And most of the times, you will be happy you did. Not always, but most of the times. So, that said, here's the song I wrote this week. If you know any famous country stars who would like to record it, let me know. I'm happy to sell it. All right, you got this. I'll see you soon.